Savitri, Book 1, The Book of Beginnings, Canto 3, The Yoga of the King. His center was no more in the earthly mind. A power of seeing silence filled his limbs, caught by a voiceless white epiphany, into a vision that surpasses forms, into a living that surpasses life. He neared the still consciousness sustaining all. The voice that only by speech can move the mind became a silent knowledge in the soul, the strength that only in action feels it. Truth was lost, now a mute, omnipotent peace, a leisure in the labor of the worlds, a pause in the joy and anguish of the search. He restored the stress of nature to God's calm, a vast unanimity ended life's debate, the war of thoughts that fathers the universe, the clash of forces struggling to prevail. In the tremendous shock that lights a star, as in the building of a grain of dust, the groups that turn their dumb ellipse in space, flowed by the seeking of the world's desire, the long regurgitations in time's flood, the torment edging, the dire force of lust that wakes kinetic in earth's dullard slime and curves a martial personality out of mud, the sorrow by which nature's hunger is fed, the ostrich which creates with fire of pain, the fate that punishes virtue with defeat, the tragedy that destroyed long happiness, the weeping of love, the quarrel of the gods, seized in a truth which lives in its own light. His soul stood free, a witness and a king, absorbed no more in the moment-ridden flux, where mind incessantly drifts as on a raft, hurried from phenomenon to phenomenon. He abode at rest in indivisible time, as if a story long written but acted now in his present. He held his future and his past, felt in the seconds the uncounted years, and saw the hours like dots upon a page. An aspect of the unknown reality altered the meaning of the cosmic scene. This huge material universe became a small result of a stupendous force overtaking the moment. The eternal ray illumined that which never yet was made. Thought lay down in a mighty voicelessness. The toiling thinker widened and grew still. Wisdom transcended, touched his quivering heart. His soul could sail beyond thought's luminous bar. Mind screened no more the shoreless infinite. Across a wide, retreating sky he glimpsed through a last glimmer and drift of vanishing stars, the superconscient realms of motionless peace, where judgment ceases and the word is mute, and the unconceived lies pathless and alone. There came not form or any mounting voice, there only were silence and the absolute. Out of that stillness, mind newborn arose and woke to truths once inexpressible, and forms appeared dumbly significant, a seeing thought, a self-revealing voice. He knew the source from which his spirit came. Movement was married to the immobile vast. He plunged his roots into the infinite. He based his life upon eternity only a while at first. These heavenly states, these Raj, what wide poised uplifting could endure. The high and luminous tension breaks too soon. The body's stone stillness and the life's hushed trance, the breathless might and calm of silent mind, or slowly they fail as sets a golden day. The restless neither members tire of peace, a nostalgia of old little works and joys, a need to call back small familiar selves, to trade the accustomed and inferior way, the need to rest in a natural poise of pale, as a child who learns to walk can walk not long, replace the titan will forever to climb. On the heart's altar dim the sacred fire, an old pull of subconscious chords renews, it draws the unwilling spirit from the heights, or a dull gravitation drags us down to the blind driven inertia of our base. This too the supreme diplomat can use. He makes our fall a means for greater rise, for into the ignorant nature's gusty field, into the self-ordered chaos of mortal life, the formless power, the self of eternal light, follow in the shadow of the spirit's descent, the twin duality of forever one chooses its home mid the tumults of the sense. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Arvindaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Arvindaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Arvindaya.